It's your girl Erica Banks, and we in the lab with iGrindTV.com.
All right, man. We got Miss Erica Banks in the building. 1501 ENT, Dallas, Texas's own Erica Banks in the building. How you doing, babe?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. We finally get a chance to meet face to face. You know what I'm saying? I've been hearing a lot about you, been seeing a lot of your movement and whatnot. Good to finally get you here. We're gonna get straight to it right now. I want to know, well, those who might not be familiar with you, be familiar with your journey. Why don't you give us a brief synopsis of Erica Banks and what is Erica Banks about?
Well, for those of you who don't know, I am Erica Banks. This is my third year rapping. I just recently signed to the 1501. Don't play with me, don't play with them, period. I just dropped a tape. If y'all haven't checked that out, Erica Banks by Erica Banks. And, you know, I'm barely out here, but I'm doing shit. That's about it.
All right, for sure. You've definitely got your own style. You've got your own thing going. I've had a chance to listen to the complete album. I was definitely amazed by it. Production is on point. You know what I'm saying? Your lyricism and everything is on point. I heard that you were not necessarily a rapper, but you were a poet before. You used to write poems, and that's kind of like what got you into the rapping. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Yeah, it was when I was younger. I was in middle school and high school, and I was real big on writing. Writing was my favorite subject, so I was always writing poems. I actually had a poetry book with different poems, and as I grew up, I outgrew poetry, because, you know, poetry is music, technically. So when I grew up, I just decided to turn it into rap, because I knew if I could write poetry, I could make music. So that's how I started that.
So who were some of your inspirations that really made you want to pursue rap? Like what was that thing, and what were some of the inspirations artist wise that got you in that space?
Also as a kid, I was also into music videos like BET, VH1, and at the time that I was getting into poetry, Nicki Minaj was coming out, you know, with the Barbie era. So I was a barb. I was really into that. So to see her, it was very inspiring. And then also Missy Elliott, just to see her different style and to see that, you know, she wasn't afraid to be weird or be herself, you know. So I was always inspired by them growing up.
And they've all got their own unique characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel is your unique characteristic? What do you bring that nobody else brings to the game right now?
Versatility. I bring versatility to the table, and I feel like that's very important. You know, sometimes everybody don't want to hear rap. Everybody don't want to turn up all the time. I don't want to turn up all the time. So I feel like me being able to do genres outside of rap, you know, because I can hold a little tune. You know, I'm not a Alicia Keys, but I can hold a tune. You know, I can slow it down. But yeah, basically, I just love being able to say that I can do more than just rap.
And of course, you being from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know Dallas. You know, I'm from Houston, and of course, Houston and Dallas have always had like a bit of a competitive rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Most people think when they think of Texas music, they think we kind of all together. But I know, like, Houston has its own challenges. What were some of the challenges that you've had to deal with in the Dallas music scene?
Challenges I've had to deal with, of course, comparisons. They're going to always do that anywhere in your own city, out your city. So dealing with that, dealing with being hated on, I mean, that's common though, right? I'm doing it right if that's happening, right? So that, you know, and then really just being a female, you know, it's a little bit harder for us when it comes to networking, when it comes to doing anything, really, you know, because some men just think you got dumb written on your forehead. I don't know. But, you know, being a female in this industry has also been a challenge.
Yeah. Now, how did the 1501 situation come together?
It actually came about on live. That's crazy. Carl was on live one day, and I would always join every time just to see what the hell they got going on. And at the time, people were submitting their songs and just getting feedback on the live. So I decided to submit one of my songs, Busted, which is my single right now. And they pulled it up, listened to it. He gave me great feedback. And then not too long after that, he reached out to me personally in regards of me joining the team. And I was interested. I was on board, and now I'm here.
So, of course, you know, we got to ask you the obvious. I know you always going to get compared, of course, to Meg, especially with the whole 1501 thing, and of course Texas. And like I was just telling them, a lot of times they try to blend Texas together, Houston, Dallas, and whatnot. But I personally can tell you stand apart. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's always going to be presented a certain way amongst women. How do you go? How do you deal with that situation?
Really, I don't even deal with it. I just kind of let people or fans like figure it out themselves, because at some point they're gonna go tap in and listen to my music to actually see what I really sound like. And once they do, they figure out like, oh damn, I do like you, or oh damn, you don't sound like her. Because I've had people come to Instagram in the comments or in my DM and say, I thought you was sounding like Megan, but I listened to the tape and you don't. Like, I like it. Or people was even apologizing. Like, I feel so bad. Like, I tried to hate you, but I can't. Like, 'cause it's hard. And it's like, the music don't speak for itself. So, I don't really have to say anything. Once you go listen to the music, know.
All right, I heard you. Were actually in college, nursing. Am I correct? I think nursing was your thing, and you dropped out. What was the reason for you dropping out?
School got hard. And I'm like, school got hard, and especially for nursing. So I actually changed my major from nursing to business management, just because I figured out I don't want to work a job. I want to do something for myself where I'm not punching in the clock. Then I changed it to business. That still wasn't making me happy, so I just decided to put a couple of songs up on SoundCloud, see what they did. People liked it, and I eventually became too consumed with music to where I didn't even have time to focus on school. So that's when I decided to just leave. But it was the best decision I ever made.
Have you been able to apply any of what you learned in business into what you got going on today with your rap career?
Yeah, most definitely. I use my marketing tools a lot on Instagram. Just with the way I post, what I post, the way I move, the way I do things. Sometimes it's a marketing tool, and I took that from business marketing.
So college was actually worth it.
College was.
In some strange way, it actually worked out.
In some little cracks and crevices, yeah.
What was your first song that actually took off? When you realized you had something special? The
first song, it would have to be Talk My Shit. Talk My Shit was actually a music video featuring my mom. It's so funny. And it was one of those videos that just shot up. Like, people liked it. It didn't have a hook on it. Back then, I was rapping with no hook, just straight running it. And people liked it. People tuned in. People started to cling to me more, because that was one of my first official music videos. And it was like, okay, damn, she really rapping. She really for real. So Talk My Shit was the one that had people like, okay, let me tune in.
Now, I know you consume, of course, with your career and whatnot. I know it takes a lot of your time, but what are some of your primary interests outside of music?
I'm into beauty. I'm into fashion. I'm into clothes. I'm into nails. I actually want to open up my own nail shop one day. Like, I used to do nails in college. I was a nail tech in college. So I'm really into cosmetics and, just appearance. So hopefully one of these days I'm able to open up my own nail shop.
And of course, with you being a busy lady and all, and having all this going on, I know there's got to be that someone in the background lurking, or what is your situation if there is nobody in the background lurking?
I am married to my music.
I was gonna say
Yeah. I got you there. Yeah. It's just me and my music. We just rocking. We focused. We locked in. We here with it, and that's all I got time for. That's just what's going on right now.
So whenever you are not focused on your music so much, what are some of the characteristics that you look for in a mate?
I look for humor up top. I like to laugh. So if you can make me laugh, we can go a long way. Someone who's honest. I love honesty. Don't lie to me. I'm too old for that. And someone who can hold a conversation. I'm really big on intellectual conversation. So if we can sit and talk and have a conversation, we can laugh, we can be ourselves, we good.
So what's next for Erica Banks?
What's next for Erica Banks? Of course, we have, well, if you're speaking on long term, I don't know if you're speaking on short term or long term.
Short term and long term.
Okay, so short term, we have, of course, more music videos coming out. We're getting ready to put that together. People are at my neck about that, and that's actually on the tape. So we're putting that together. We have, of course, more music videos from the tape. We have shows coming up. Hopefully, I'm able to do at least one college show. They've been canceling my college shows for the pandemic, but hopefully we can get some of those on board. If we speaking long term, like next year, we look forward to being at the BET Awards, being on XXL freshman list. We just plan on going up, being bigger, being better.
Once again, Miss Erica Banks, we definitely like to thank you for coming down to come chat with us, man. We look forward to hearing much more of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely feeling the album. You know what I'm saying? On a scale of 1 to 10, for a first project, I'll personally give it a 9 because I was just totally caught off guard. First and foremost, I was caught off guard by the fact that you just put out an album like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just kind of absorbing the single and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you were bold enough to just go ahead and put out an album and everything just seemed to kind of click. So, out of 1 through 10, I give it an 8.5, give it a 9.
Thank you.
The production is very stellar.
Thank you.
You came with it, you know what I'm saying? The Flow Queen, is that your
The Flow Queen, that's me. You talking to her.
The Flow Queen. Appreciate you for coming through, man, and we look forward to seeing more of you.
I appreciate y'all having me.